Oh man, here we are. I am worried for the world. I do not want to do these videos, but I'm so worried for you people. Oh man. It's like the people that should know Christ have no idea who Christ is and should know that what they're doing is going to get them in really bad places. And like I put in the description here for vintage, I don't know which fucking I can't remember which call you're talking about. I don't know if it's the same one down the street from me because they have Ohio chapters and I don't know. They've got them all spread all over the place, Mexico. And they're big landowners too. You know what I mean? They get their people. I've seen the speeches. Oh, God has plans. I got that vision. We're gonna need this for our end times. Uh, but it astonishes me that people like Henry Hildebrandt would run around saying they're apostle, an end time apostle, him and his buddies doing the shit that they do. I mean, kids camp. Can you imagine sending your kids off to band camp and you can't ask them what happened at band camp? Nope. They're sworn to secrecy. Mm. But then again, maybe the parents already went to band camp themselves. You know what I mean? I don't know. People who claim to be with God just, I think they're in trouble. Like, let's just fucking bubblegum Jesus. You guys all want him. The Star Church of God. There's my girl vintage right there. Yes, we have one of your head apostles here in Elmertown. And forgiveness. No, that's the thing. Give them forgiveness there, vintage, but you got to make sure you don't want them around you, right? You want to make sure, like, it's like I think people get so wrapped up in forgiveness, and it's important. You have to forgive. You have to know that the shit. This is where it gets easy. Is you have to know the shit that they put on other people. They're gonna have to eat it. Coming to God is not just a bam, a wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. No, to be reborn is to destroy the person that you are and rebuilding yourself off of who you used to be. You know what I mean? And you start seeing others and you start building off of them. You're like, oh my gosh, the world is just not what I thought it was. They're walking zombies. They have no idea. That's why I don't understand how people fall for the Church of God vintage, but fuck, they do. And you just gotta ask yourself simple questions. What would God want? Hey, Church of God people, do you think that God wants you to be a little bitch and go ask for permission what kind of car, what kind of color of car you can have? Do you think God wants you paying another man to get to him? No, no. You got to go through the truth. That's Jesus Christ himself. That's a partnership between the two of yous. Uh, you know what I mean? This is what I worry. Like, you can take a big chunk of people who think that they're going to heaven, and you should be able to point out really easily, like Joel Osteen, he's all smiles and giggles and all about happiness and love. Bubblegum Jesus is not going to get you through. It will not. Band camp. Yeah, they have little camps for the kids, you know what I mean? And they also like vintage. Have you done your research? Those people in Ohio, they were in court and stuff like that, supporting someone who hurt children, adopted children, you know what I mean, or foster children. I can't remember what the children were that he inappropriately handled, but yeah, yeah, yeah. There's your end time apostles sitting there and protecting. Well, they're just like the world, a map, eh? Map protectors, they are. Funny, funny, funny. Here's the thing with Henry here, eh? Like, there's no, like, I make myself look crazy for God, vintage. There's no one who loves Jesus more than me. You know what I mean? I'll die for him, whatever. I can't remember where I was going with that. But yeah, so I don't think I let a child. This is the thing, Henry, on his watch, two children have died where simply just taken to the hospital, it could have been avoided. You know what I mean? I mean, God did give doctors the ability to, as much as we want to think things hurt us now, they have done proven miracles. They have saved children from this very thing. And wow, you're making parents put all their hopes and dreams in you, Henry. And well, if their dream was to have children, well, you just squashed it, motherfucker. And no one gets this. The group just builds because they love being in Creek Squad. Henry, just like fucking Upchurch, eh? He's Jesus in the flesh. Like, who, if someone was to come up to me and say they were Jesus in the flesh, and I'd be happy. I'd be like, "You found the Jesus inside of you?" Is what you're saying? I'd be happy, but when I knew he wanted everybody's money and wanted everybody to follow him, and you know what I mean? I tell them to kick rocks, but they fall for this shit. You know what I mean? Dead children. Nobody cares about that. Ah, we're all on the cult. Hey, Satan's got us all. Oh, oh, here comes vintage, or not vintage. Sorry, vintage. I did not mean to do that. I meant J Press. I didn't mean to insult you, vintage. He's calling me Carla. He's fucking in here to try and feminize me and turn me against being a man and having some balls and trying to fix things around here. Eh? Henry Hildebrand. Six was founding principal, later president. Ah, yeah, they're an interesting people, and nobody falls for it. Henry Hildebrand over here in Canada, and Rebel News approved. Rebel News approved. You think Rebel News would be like on top and doing investigating because that's what they say they do. But when a little man like Henry Hildebrand comes around saying, "I want to fight for your freedom," Rebel News is there to support Henry. It's because he was, well, at least he was smart enough to stand up against, the stupidity that was going on with the vid. So, you know what I mean? Evil people do good things. You know what I mean? This is what we got to watch about AI, vintage. Elon's telling us it could get evil, but let me deal with it. I'll bring you all your robots and stuff. Hey, wake up, people. Sometimes evil tells you it's good, telling you to watch out for the other evil. Well, you gotta know, like, we just have whistleblowers who just kill themselves, and we can't stand up every fucking day and say, "Hey, we want to make this person's life mean fucking something." They were trying to tell the world something. Why would they kill themselves before getting it out? Well, hey, vintage, we just like the Clintons' friends. Would someone go investigate Hillary so you can at least say you've investigated the Clintons and say, "Hey, you guys, a lot of your guys as friends, they end up not liking themselves so much. We've noticed a pattern. We're concerned about you guys." Uh, this is the thing. Once the Clintons find out about God and the stupid idiot they've been serving or think that they're serving doesn't really have anything to serve them. He doesn't have ownership of anything that they have. He just lied and helped coax them the way. Here, have a little help from the other people that I've tricked and fooled. Ah, don't worry. The Clintons, you know what? That song, Queen, Queen song, "Don't Try Suicide, Nobody Wants You to." Don't try suicide, nobody cares. It's gonna come back. And I mean, I will support that. Do not do that stuff. Just because you were bad, work your way out of it and have a good time. Anyways, it's just like little me. He's gonna be floating in his brain going, "Oh, fuck, I never would have thought God would have used people, and I would have tried to fucking brain fuck them any way I could." Just you know what? I asked to not be trolled. Hey, I'm not part of this trolling thing. I'm not fucking trolling anybody. And if you're trolling me trying to fuck with my brain, you're only hurting yourself. When you have to come to terms with God, that's it. That's it, Buckchild. I got stories to tell, and they're not going to match the ones that you do. But I'm going to have receipts for the stories that I tell. You know what I mean? It's all sorts of nonsense. God is pretty clever and a sense of humor too. That's the thing. I think vintage. That's the thing nobody expects. They're expecting virgins in white robes, all looking like fucking that dork boy from fucking Mars there. Jared Leto. Meanwhile, it's like, hey, you got two options, people. You can get with the program, or you can stay with the current program under the current programmer, or you can come to the originator. And well, the originator, he's got gifts. He's got gifts. When you show your love to him, he'll show her back. It might not be here because he lets the programmer program. You know what I mean? We just buy onto the program. This is the thing with this. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't think I know everything. I don't know if I'm sinning or I'm going against God, but I'm a meat eater, right? And all yin in there. I said don't say no before a comment, and of course, there's fucking war and peace in my comments. No conversation to be had. Just I'm right and my books tell me so. Here's the thing. I don't know. Maybe his books are right, but those books are all written by men. Nothing came from God except the experiences that God gave men. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Believing a book is like believing a man, and I have learned that you just shouldn't believe men. I have my concerns about the Bible. I do think that there's Jesus stuff in there, but I do think it's a very little and it's kind of like pussified. You know what I mean? I just don't believe in the Roman Catholic Church. I don't believe that Rome all of a sudden decided to say, hey, let's take Jesus on. The Jews like to say the Romans killed him. And well, they did because the Jews were so fucking powerless. They had to ask the Romans for permission, right? You guys don't want this guy catching on either. No, you don't. And maybe when he was gone, he was catching on, and maybe that's why Romans decided to, well, take it on because it was getting out of hand. So they thought they'd rather join it so they could control it. It's just a thought. I don't know if it's real vintage or not, but anyways, let's get back to the meat eating thing. The reason I think is just like I go back to the native stuff, right? And I think that those people way back when were doing it right. They were just as spiritual as as any Christian, you know what I mean? Back in the day. The ones today, I think most of them are soft and they don't know who Jesus is. They have no idea that Jesus is inside of you. You need to go inward, find out who you are, destroy that person, and be reborn. Use your suffering to do it. You know what I mean? Well, me is gonna have a lot of suffering, so maybe it won't take him as long to come to Jesus. You know what I mean? He'll be having that song by Queen on repeat. Don't try suicide. You know what I mean? Can you imagine finding out there's God and you just was relentless on trying to make someone look bad on every fucking thing they ever said. Like, that's a douchebag thing to do, you know what I mean? And then you got Red Dog. I see Red Dog in the old comments. Red Dog's like, "Hey, you can't handle being in a troll community. Hey, bud, hey, you go have your good times being in a troll community. Do you think God accepts people from troll communities? People who go out and purposely try to hurt and mind fuck people for their own pure enjoyment and make themselves feel good about themselves because, well, in fact, they're hurting inside." But hey, keep trolling and keep throwing God's name out there. Keep being a Johnny Gobble. Like Johnny Gobble, I'm like I don't say things unless I believe it's true. I believe he looks like I believe that he probably makes God want to throw up in his mouth. Going, oh my goodness, how could he? Oh my goodness. Oh my. There's a new face. Here you go, Johnny Gobble. I want you to come home, but I told you it was the Great Awakening, Johnny Gobble, and you just don't want to accept it. You want to keep being a turd. He told me that God told him it was the Great Awakening. I believe him. Maybe that was a sign. Dagburn just doesn't pick up on it. Hey, God talked to me. Maybe I should get my shit together. No, no, God's proud of me and my achievements in life and being a huge, great, big mouth protector that I am. But hey, these guys, they're buffoons. Buffoons. I have one pretty wild video about the time the Q shaman was out and about. Yeah. I don't know who the Q shaman is. They're vintage. I don't go by anything. I don't follow Q. I watched some stuff, some Jewish stuff on the Mashiach, and I just picked up on a few things that, that related to me. That was it. I don't go out searching. Like I know that there's two Mashiachs for the Jews. One was coming in on a donkey and the other one was coming in on the clouds. What kind of clouds? Cloud nine? Or the clouds that Satan uses to brainwash everybody. God's going to take it over and, well, tell everybody to make their own program, but do it within the truth. Hey, AD, how's it going? You better be nice to my girl, Vintage. Like, I'm telling you, I won't shut you up. I won't. I'll keep letting you fucking say whatever you want to her. But I'll just warn you, you're just hurting yourself. Something about you just doesn't. Dude, fuck. If I could see one of you people come to Christ, oh man, my whole fucking journey be worth it. Just to, just to watch you suffer for a little bit. You're gonna, you're gonna do one of those. like on James O'Keefe, AD. You're gonna try and deny it at first. You're like, "What's it?" And then they're gonna be like, "God's got you on video, AD." But as long as you keep it in your face and you keep knowing it was you, you know what I mean? Your video rotate. You can't deny it. You know what I mean? You have to face it. I hope not. You know what I mean? Like it will be punishing for a bit, but you know what I mean? We all gotta take our beatings for being idiots. You know, I just don't pick on you, AD. I was an idiot. I clearly tell you. I was a weak ass, pussy ass boy who didn't do the things that he knew he should have done. But to, not fight and you know what I mean? Do you keep it together? Do you keep the family together? Like, it's weird, like, man, we teach ourselves to be fucking idiots these days. You know what I mean? Hey, AD, how many people do you think out there are suffering right now? Trapped with the spouse that they can't get away from because they can't financially do it. So so they play the role so them and their kids have somewhere to fucking live. You know what I mean? That's the way they want it. Like I noticed, we got some new buildings going up in Elmer. No new houses. But we got like these little fucking little duplexy things that fucking 2 bedrooms and fucking all over the place. But it's because they want us all herded in together. Have you noticed? Have you noticed? Architecture these days, AD, it's pretty fucking ugly, wouldn't you say? Pretty gross, eh? The world we create. Well, look at old Corn Dog over here in Canada working on all the housing and stuff like that. It's not houses, it's these fucking build a fucking brick things or build a like the things I was just talking about. I well, he's involved with the company that's gonna do it all too. We as Canadians just fucking what's America doing? Anyways, here's the hockey in Canada. You love your sports, but hey, you also protect your map. Good job, Canada. You big fucking bunch of pussies. My country sucks big balls. Big balls, just like America. America. Hey, AD, what do you think of this, brother? I want you to give me your insight on this. I'd like anybody to give me their insight on this. You too, Vintage. You give me your insight on this. So I did a video. I mentioned the fact that while and it was out there anyways, that China says, "Hey, boys and girls, you're the China disease. It may have came from America. They had the leak and we didn't." And yesterday I'm looking, and Kim Iverson. Jeffrey Sachs is the dude. You'd have to see because he was one of the people who thought it just came from bats. He thought it came from the wet market, right? But now he's 99% sure that, well, you guys started it. That's his words, not mine. I'm not saying it's true or not. That's his. You guys go watch Kim Iverson from yesterday. So my question to you guys is that, hey, old Donald came out when it was the China disease. He thought China should compensate the world. When is America going to compensate the world if it was them? Eh? When's that going to happen? Hey, who's gonna investigate this properly so it doesn't you like, we already know they'll fucking lie about a Signal app. You think the fucking cover of lab leak that's ever fucking gonna come out? Fuck no. It'd be like waiting for fucking flight logs. Fuck me, man. That was what, 20,000,000 deaths? Hey? That was under the Trump administration. Hey? Can you imagine under his watch? 20,000,000 people lost their lives because you guys just can't fucking be smart enough to fucking contain you can't be honest with the people and say, "Hey, we fucked up. We fucked up and we need to fucking figure out how to fix this real fucking fast." But instead, you know, let's play 12 monkeys. Let's play 12 monkeys. Okay? America is willing to play 12 monkeys with the fucking world to cover up their own fucking lies. Want to still identify as Americans? You know what? It's not enough to fucking, those Palestinian families that fucking are Israel's fucking enemy that you have to fucking destroy. Fuck me, man. Like, I'm sorry, Vintage. I know you I just don't identify as an American and these things won't hurt you. That's why I don't identify as anything other than a child of God. I'm not I'm not gonna let the truth hurt me. Not for a fucking second. And America's a fucking douchebag. Babylon. It's fucking stupid. Like hey Trump, we know who the fuck shadow government is, dude. Like, fuck Klaus Schwab, like you fucking idiot. Like we don't know who it is. Like we don't know that. Well, now it's coming out. Prince Andrew. I seen a James O'Keefe thing. Some guy saying Prince Andrew was guilty. Well, he never spent any time in jail. You know what I mean? He never had to go through the ringer. In fact, his brother has one fucking map friends. They've been convicted. I'm just not saying they're maps. The godfather of his children is a map, okay? Like, holy fuck. And he's got paperwork. He won't come out for his fucking people saying, "Hey, Macron's got a fucking dick." Both of them. Those Macrons be sword fighting each other. So, who's going to be the king of the castle tonight? Oh boy. Alright. They're the ones hiding it. They deserve to be a joke, right? Why hide who you are? If at least it was out there. But they're into some satanic shit, and you're gonna burn in hell. Oh, if you fuck with the world, you're gonna burn like a motherfucker. Wouldn't you think? If there's a hell, I don't know if there is for sure or not. But I sure would like to tell the Marcronis there, hey, stop being full of baloney because you might be fried baloney. Come to Christ, you fucking ding wong. Hey? Where'd AD go? He just popped in here. He didn't want to answer any questions. Can't can't we fix? Well, I don't know, Vintage. Can we fix it? I hope so. I'm dying trying. I don't know how much more I can take. I'm fucking out my wits end. My brain is about to fucking just bust. I can't handle this. I really can't. I'm fucking, it's unbelievable. Like, hey, Seguru fans, if he's hanging out with Klaus Schwab and he was like some depopulation, and he's Mr. Soil guy, you might want to get the fuck away from that fucking hoodoo voodoo. You know what I mean? But do you, do you think Seguru is living in the truth? Why is he not fucking telling you guys that his friends over at the WEF are controlling your brains. Noah Harari told you you're hacked. Noah and Study there, they're fucking buddies. I don't know if they're bed buddies or not, but they're buddies. You know what I mean? I don't think these people are who we think they are. But hey, I want Suguru fans to know that you don't have to feel bad. I I used to listen to Suguru. I was fool and bought that. You know what I mean? Take a look. Listen a little bit more clear. I just started noticing he starts to try and circle jerk a lot. A lot of his stuff doesn't make sense. He loves to be worshipped. He loves to be told how wise he is, and well, I don't think he's wise. I think he's a fucking moron. When you poke Satan, bud, you're not doing yourselves any favors. You might get some moolah here, but who knows what? Like I said, I don't know what Satan's promised these fucking stupid morons, but the inside of them comes from God, just like the rest of us. They're no better than anybody. And they just bought onto the bit that they were, or they wanted to be, and convinced everybody they were. But it's time for us to take our brains back and say, hey, guys, you're no better than us. And we'd like to know exactly who you guys are. If you guys are going to control the world, hey. Oh boy, oh boy. Vanilla cappuccino. Tim Hortons packet style. Oh man, did I? Oh, I didn't. Oh boy, oh boy. There was something else I was going to talk about, and I can't even remember what it is. I knew that I wanted to come on here and talk about a bunch of people that I don't like talking about people, but I think God's sending me a message saying, you better tell the people that these people are fucking fooling the people. And that, well, if they're not, then they'll make a fool of you. And I'm willing to take looking foolish because I don't like thinking people are being fools, but you know what I mean? Like Kenneth Benny Hinn, all these like right, Joyce Moyers or whatever, all of them. Like I do think they're doing wrong by Jesus. You know what I mean? They're teaching a wrong message too. Although they do say good things, they do. A lot of them do. And hey, everybody likes a happy preacher. You know what I mean? Joel Osteen. That's a lot of Christians that probably follow him. Follow a lot of these people. And to think, remember when they said, hey, if Jesus swoops down, he's probably not grabbing a lot of hands that think they're getting grabbed. You know what I mean? The Jehovah's Witness. Hey, if you got a bad one amongst the bunch, you got to know you're not God's people. 144,000 are pure at heart and they take no shit and they're trying to do what's right through Christ, not shove Christ down people's throats with the Bible. You know what I mean? The body of Christ will not have a bad one in the bunch. That's why I'm being very particular. But am I the bad one in the bunch, eh? Hey, I don't think so. I think I want everything for Christ. No, actually, I want everything for the Father. All the glory to the Father. But we have to believe in Christ first, right? In order to believe in Christ, we got to believe that we can be Christ and do the things that He did. Pick up that cross. And hey, start using your brain. What do you think God would think about this situation, eh? Do you think that God wants the maps out there running the world? Is there a possibility there's maps out there running the world? Hey, are you putting all your faith in Richard Branson to be telling the truth? Rich people don't lie, do they? There are heroes like The Rock, but I'm telling you, I smell what The Rock is cooking and I don't like it. It stinks like poo. But hey, who knows? Anybody these days can say they're a Christian. You know what I mean? You just gotta say it. It happens. That's why I'm a follower of Christ. Like Hulk Hogan, you know what I mean? Nah, brother. I don't buy the bit. A true man of Christ wouldn't have a Scientology wife. Hey, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. Is it a gimmick? Is he a good little Christian boy? I don't think so. Anyways, but then again, that's me being negative Nancy. That's me putting myself above other people. No, no, that's not me putting myself above other people. You see where I'm all fucked up. Please let me know. Well, like usual, we never get answers. Anyways, there are a lot of bank-owned homes put there. Wow, hey, vintage. I don't know. I don't think I think Q might be a psyop. I don't know. I don't know. I like, hey, I just like most humans do not like to be wrong. And I have flip-flopped all over the place on Donald Trump. I did a video at the beginning of my spiritual awakening about the motherfucker who started my spiritual awakening, saying he was a dictator just like Donald Trump. And then I sit back and I'm like, a lot of this shit doesn't a lot of it's not real that they're actually a lot of the shit that they're doing is just kind of ignorant to. And then I was like, hey, it doesn't make sense to why is he in court for a loan that he paid off and they're saying he overvalued his property? Does it fucking matter? Obviously not, because he paid back the loan. If he overvalued it, then he wouldn't be able to be good on the loan. And yeah, fuck. I don't know. I never understood this stuff. You know what I mean? And the Stormy Daniels thing, I didn't know what to think there. The other woman, I was like, hey, you want to trust women, but I mean, if oh my goodness, she's out there. I'm just saying, and that long a time to win it to like that. Like, that's so wrong. That's so like, that's like the Russell Brand shit. Like, we just happened to wait for a specific we were so scared of Russell Brand and what Russell Brand would do if we ever talked. But now that he's doing things that people don't like, now we're gonna come out and talk about him. You know what I mean? I don't know if Russell Brand's part of the fucking Donald Trump circle jerk or not, but he serves to be fucking at Mar-a-Lago and doing the whole thing, but I don't know. I hope he's trying to be with God, you know what I mean? Through Christ. All he wants is the truth. And well, if his friend isn't a good guy, I hope he accepts that truth. You know what I mean? We men of Christ should only be, really hanging out with men of Christ or inspiring those who are not with Christ to want to be with Christ so they can be part of the crew. But it's a hard regimen to get through. Everybody just thinks she's just no, no, no. Uh, but here's the thing: I think we make it easier by learning. I think people can learn from my experience, and then maybe it gets easier and easier. I don't know. You know what I mean? Can you imagine if the world was to find out there's God vintage, and in order to go to heaven, you had to release all your suffering, so you had to forgive the people that caused you your suffering. And but here's the great part: in order to forgive them, you got to give them ownership of the bullshit that they gave you. You need to be able to say, "Hey, you did this to me, and there's really no doubt about it. And I would really like you to take ownership of it because you deserve my trauma, and I'm not living with it anymore. This is what I've had to go through, and well, I hope you deal with it as well as I have." And then let them be on their own. Forgiving doesn't mean bring them back in. No, let them work their time out by themselves so they can figure out and come to God. And learn from their own mistakes and get rid of their trauma, and then they can hand it on down to the next person, you know what I mean? That gave it to them, and it could be beauty world, hey, could you imagine? But then again, there'd be a lot of people looking bad, and do you think people wanna look bad? Every person that ever fucking thought they got away with, the R word on a man or a woman or anyway, and the people they did it to, in order to come to God, they knew that they had to hand it over to them. Don't be scared of evil. Don't cover their lies no more. Don't suffer over their fucking ignorance and stupidity. Because all they've really done is hurt themselves. You can't go to heaven with shit like that. You have to take ownership of it. Figure out why you did her and how you're not going to do her again. Rebuilding off the old you. It takes some time, brick by brick, but it's worth it, I think. Don't you guys think? Don't you think heaven would be worth a little work? Especially when it's just you get to work on yourself. And hey, if you're really not that bad of a self and you can come to terms with the bad stuff that you do was programmed into you, fuck, it could be easy, eh? But like I said, what if AD's life's work? What if you had to make a choice? Pick a side, eh? Hey, if you saw a lineup to heaven and you saw me in one line and then you saw AD in another line, who would you pick? Who would you say is probably more in Christ and willing to do the things that mortal men are not willing to do? Hey, they all want to protect the maps. I'm an alien. I come from another world. My father is the great creator, and I am him, and him is me. And Jesus is me too. In me, he's not. I'm not Jesus. Jesus was an avatar. This is Carl. Or Captain Common Sense. I will accept. The Red Kachina, one of my favorites. The Mashiach. The Mashiach just sounds tough. The Mashiach. There's another one I like too. I had an outfit, but my grandson stole the mask. I can't find it now. I mean, it was his. But the wordsmith, I turned into the wordsmith, eh? Those little hats there with like this little Superman mask. A spot right here. My super spot. I see things that you guys can't. I try and show them to you, but nobody wants to see them. It's scary. AD. Ranting about nothing. What nothing have I been talking about, AD? What? You don't like talking about Christ and how you should probably get with him because you're not, dude? Like, there's a price to pay for not being with Christ, right? You can't just say it and say, my wife, due to my wife's dedication to Christ. No, because if your wife was really with Christ, she'd be looking at you, AD, going, we need to get you some help, brother. We need to get some Christ in you because you got some issues. So I'm concerned about your wife, and I'd like to see her be with Christ, but you know what I mean? She knows what I've been through. Wow, AD. We all go through stuff, bud. Don't get stuck in your fucking Dagburn victimhood. Learn from it. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. You got to release it, bud. You're still stuck in it. Don't get stuck in what you I've been through stuff too, bro. You know what I mean? We gotta overcome, brother. You know what I mean? We can't get stuck in it. My daddy wasn't so nice to me. Hey, he was a lot nicer to me than Dagburn's daddy was if Dagburn did that stuff. Then Dagburn's daddy did that stuff to him. My daddy never did anything like that to me, but he just wasn't a nice feller. You know what I mean? I never went without a meal. I got that to thank for. I had the same meal over and over and fucking over and over a lot. But you know what I mean? When you make it such a fucking big fucking cauldron, AD, but you know what I mean? Hey, did you have to suffer through? Did you get milk as a child? That's what I'm gonna blame my teeth on. I didn't get milk as a child, but we got powdered milk. You know what I mean? Powder. You ever drink that shit? It kind of tastes like puke. And then when you add it to your puffed, what was it? Puffed wheat. Puffed wheat was our cereal. Jesus. Bye, bye. That's the thing. We all live and learn from this stuff. And I've had a lot of bad shit. And I don't think you've seen combat. Maybe you did. Maybe you've seen some bad shit. I don't know, dude. I've been here. I'd be willing to talk to you about them so we can get them out. You're a little me, but you are in trouble with God if you don't. You better turn yourself into the Christ authorities, bud, because he's not going to go well for you. You need to get yourself someone in the truth. No, not someone. Don't be a fucking fence rider, little me. For this ride, you're gonna fucking want to be on one side or the other. And I don't think you're gonna like her if you're on the wrong side, eh, buddy? Oh, little me. I haven't watched your video yet, but I can only imagine, the things that you say about me talking about my son. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Hey, whatever, dude. Want to come after my kid too? You're only hurting you. You are a fucking full-on moron. I'm not triggered, dude. It hurts me to know how stupid you are. It does. Honestly, I you're like Henry Hildebrand to me, bud. You just did know better, but you fucking don't. You're fucking clueless. Hey, you should be, especially someone that talks about God. You're a fucking moron. And you don't like to hear that because you're a map protector. Mappy, mappy, mappy. You're gonna get that map out of here, bud. If you don't stop protecting them, you little protector. Release Bill Gates from your brain. Hey, did you go check out and see if Noah Harari told you you got your brain hacked? Little me, did you go check it out? No, he hacked it good enough that you don't care to go see if he fucking told you he was gonna hack your brain. Buddy, that's the worst thing about being in a cult. You don't know you're in it. It's making the real of your life, but get out of the cult life. One Freak Squad too. They're in more than a few fucking cults. And they got their own little group, and then they got a Rai Rai, and then they got Trump. Oh man, the ministers. They're gonna be ministers of hell, little me. Get with the program, man. Like, fuck. This is the days. You don't want to waste the ways. Hey, I haven't watched the Mr. MRB 333 thing yet, but did you know that there's what is it? There's asteroids, smaller asteroids coming for the Earth. Like he tells the truth, I think. You know what I mean? I say bring the motherfucker, the big one, eh? Little me. I'll be out there, mouth wide open. Take me home tonight. Hey, little me, just walking out there. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna shit your pants and say, "Fuck, I could have been a better person." Fuck, I regret being a troll. Damn, I Anton LaVeyed myself. Damn. I'm gonna get to some of these comments. I only use the words that came out of your mouth, girl. Okay, whatever, bud. Whatever. You like to jumble words around sometimes. uh, 80s where kids don't greet me in my dreams. Oh, they don't greet me in my dreams neither, bud. Why do you always bring the past up? But I try to talk about the past, but you don't want to talk about the past. You want to keep your own shit. But it's going to be great. I'm going to be on a big platform and I'm going to have to address that issue. And I'll have zero fucks doing it because I know the truth, little me. Not your story, bud. She's mine with some receipts to go along with her. You got your receipts? I got your words, Carl. Well, hey, when the world's got its eyes on you, make sure you show them the words that you used. You're gonna have an awful time proving yourself, eh, Mud? Y- You think you're so good, and you are so fucking in trouble with yourself. Your higher self has just got to be fucking just banging his head off the fucking wall, going, "I'm a fucking retard. Tough. Eric, I don't want to go to hell. Reach my level." I don't know how it works for me, like I said, but I don't know. Power and battery energy savers. Ah, yeah. Hmm. Oh, wow. Holy smokes. I got the uh just by the time I get to your comments, I have no idea. I'm sorry. Uh bring the big one, mouth wide open. That's right. That's right. The asteroid, bud, the comet or whatever. Yeah, I'm not scared. Will you be? I'm not. I'm scared for you, but I'm not scared for me. In fact, I'm scared for my fucking family. That's what I'm scared for, a little me. So that's why I gotta keep doing this. You know what I mean? I gotta let them see that there's fucking hope in the world and they need to get some help. They're gonna need some alone time too. If I am the Mashiach, you know what I mean, brother? Definitely. Because you have to know that a conversation had never been had in this house ever. They've all anyways, it'd be a great story, but a little me talking like this is why your son's ex called CPS, Carl. What have I said that's wrong there, little me? Do I have a little fella around me right now? No, I don't. What is your malfunction? Again, you want to interpret something that's just not there. What am I saying that's wrong? Hey, I want the world to fucking change. I believe in myself. I fucking love Christ. I fucking love God. And I know that you have to go through the truth to actually be with God. It's not a fucking free ride like you fucking meatheads think so. The world is in trouble right now, and you fail to see the evil that's all fucking over the place. Because it's you. You're the evil dude. They've convinced you that you're good, and you're not. That's Satan giving you your comfort. No, I'd get uncomfortable, but days of being a fucking moron are over. You realize there's God and there's a better way to perform. Because if you don't have good character when you leave here, I don't know what happens to the bad characters, but I don't want to find the fuck out. You know what I mean? That's what I got to say about that situation, Mr. Mahoney. Justin Baldoni. Ah, Justin Baldoni. Hey, this is the thing. Days like these, we're gonna find out, is Justin Baldoni the big man? Arr. Or is Blake Lively a little lion witch? The little lion witches, they get stitches. Inside stitches. Yeah. They might want to get their shit together. Little princesses who think they can run around and destroy people's lives because it makes them feel good. Like a little Ariana Grande just licking a donut and putting it back for someone else to taste her spit. Can you imagine Ariana having to taste her own spit? And it's so yucky and gross. Hey, but you guys don't care. You don't care how these buffoons act. You love them. In fact, look how fucking rich you guys made Kim Kardashian. Oh, I was never a fan of that bullshit. I'm like, isn't she the chick from the sex tape? Who in the fuck makes an idiot? Well, there was Paris Hilton, right? Now she says, that wasn't really me. I was acting. And now she's a victim from when she was an actor, when she was younger. And anyways, I don't buy the bit. I don't. They are led you to fucking deal with things the way they think you should deal with them. So nobody ever fucking actually puts out a helping hand because, well, there's Paris Hilton to land out her hand. Why would, anyways, fuck. Rock, no, what, Rothschild. She's a Rothschild. Rothschild. I don't buy her bit. I don't think she has Jesus. I think she's a mad role model for women. Always has, and possibly, maybe could be a good role model if she comes to Jesus. You know what I mean? A real miracle in that. We'd love to see Rothschilds come back home. Jesus loves everybody, but you got to go through them. If you're gonna love them, you got to go through them, and truth is hard to take. But it's rather than it's better than being fake and bake, I guess. You know what I mean? Fake and bakers. Hey, little me, would you be a fake and baker? Hey? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fake storyteller. Oh, does your shirt say Hail Satan? No, it says Hellfire Club. It's from that show. Well, I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, I've went through my hellfire. Hey, God forges his warriors in the fucking fire. You don't know that? Oh, no, you don't. Almost to your fucking breaking point. That's when he knows you're good. I've almost hit my breaking point, so I hope I'm good to go shortly. But who knows? Maybe it's a short ride. Maybe someone wants to put up end it for me. Send me home, and then another Mashiach can take over the mission. Because little me, telling you, you have the power of a Mashiach in you. You have what I have. You're a Mashiach, buddy. You just got to find it. You just don't act the part yet. You're just kind of Satan's little helper right now, and hopefully we can get you promoted through this thing. You know what I mean? We're not using the pyramid scam. They're fucking little me. You're not going to be better than anybody, okay? We're all going to be working together. We're all equal. But hey, don't let me heads try and make you fucking stupid. You know what I mean? You gotta be truthful. You gotta say, hey, dummy. Like, let's look at this. And you just can't call them dumb, little me. You got to show them why they're dumb, just like I do to you. You know what I mean? You got to say, hey, buddy, what do you think of Bill Gates? We got this, this, and this. And then you'll say something even dumber. You'll say, hey, yeah, Carl, we're not fucking idiots. You're the idiot. We know about them. And I say, hey, if you know about them, then why do you let them keep walking on the streets? And you'll say, There's nothing we can do about it. You're the idiot for thinking you can. Like, that's how fucking stupid you are, dude. Like, you get how fucking dumb and ignorant you are, don't you? Or let me know where I'm wrong, dude, 'cause it's a whole lot of weird on my side. I don't understand you because 'cause you're a coward, dude. You can think whatever you want about me, but I know who I am, and I know what I'm about, and I know a child of God cannot be broken by a fucking piece of shit, Satan worshiping little twerp like you. But I am here to turn you around if you're willing to. I can't turn you around. I don't wanna take credit for nothing. I will like to be an inspiration. I would love to hear you one day come up to me, little me, and say, "Fuck, Carl, I love you. You inspired me." You know what I mean? Because I love you because you inspire me. In spite of everything you throw at me, I take it and I just keep going and you make me stronger. You know what I mean? That's why it hurts me when I see you being an idiot. I don't want any harm to come to you because you've helped me so much, but I don't know what to tell you, dude. Mm, devil worshiping store. That Creeker OT, devil worshiping store. I don't know about devil worshiping store. Maybe that's where little me gets his outfits. I don't know. I know that little leg day, he has a Satan mask. Dude, I can't show them because they're so far away. Nothing to be afraid of. You're the bravest one, Carl. Well, I am brave. I'm not fucking. I am what I say I am. I have nothing to hide. I can humble myself if I'm wrong. I've done it a million times. I have no fear of failure. Failure will only bring me one more step to success as long as I don't get caught in my failure, which is what you guys like to do. Oh boy. That might hurt if I have to try. It's easier to shut my brain off and do nothing like Bill and George tell me in my ears. Be weak. Be weak. Listen, boys, I'm telling you, I'll be your cheerleader. I'm pushing for you. Done being stupid yet? How do you like that, Christ, eh? Take that truth. Here, boys, take another spoonful of truth. Gonna gonna stop being stupid. Play the video. I did a reaction. I haven't watched the video yet, little me, like I said. I don't even know what you said, what you did, any of that. I'm just I didn't care at the moment. You know what I mean? Maybe tomorrow I'll get to her or something. I don't know. Don't worry, I usually do watch your stuff. Sometimes I even watch like I will watch it if it's Rocco. If it's anybody else, I won't watch it, to be honest. I like to see what old Rocco's up to because I'm not subscribed to him. I don't even know how to find him anymore. I don't really care. I tried with him too. I tried to show him love, and he just I feel bad for him. I don't know what fucks somebody up that bad to just live in a complete delusion. And then I get told I'm living in fucking delusion. And what I mean, prove to me that, well, there wasn't a lab leak right around the wrong time when the vid got sorted out. Hey, hey, it was America's gift to the world, right? The gift that keeps on giving, just like Diddy and his herpes, eh? I wonder if Rocco got herpes. Listen, the only reason I know Rocco, Rocco, Diddy got herpes is that guy who said DJ Khaled hurts children and supports Hamas. He sued Diddy for giving him herpes. Oh, yeah. Did he? I don't mean, you think that'd be an easy way for fucking Rocco to prove his story? I got matching herps. They come from the same strain as Diddy. Go tell Rocco, right? There's an idea. There's evidence for him. If there is evidence, I don't fucking know. But this guy did say he got the herpes from fucking from whatever Diddy and his woman. So you know what I mean. You guys live in a weird world. We live in the world that you guys create. You know that, don't you? Like little me, you know how that's and everybody on here, that's how powerful you guys are. You create the world that we live in. But unfortunately, a few dorks have convinced you that they get to run the world the way they want to, and you're gonna live in it. In fact, that's coming. You own nothing, and you're gonna be happy in the world that they're creating for you because you allowed to give them your right to create your own fucking world. They gave you rules, regulations, and guns and video games. Anyways, I'm gonna go. It's been an hour unless you guys want to talk about something. Well, maybe I'll do a reaction after I watch it, a little me. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's an hour. I only like to do an hour. And maybe I'll try and move along on this thing. Like I don't want attention. That's the fucking problem. And I know that I have to get attention. And in order to get attention, you gotta fucking go to somebody with a platform. You have to explain your story to them. But sometimes you get to, and then it just goes south. And fuck. Anyways, what do you think, little me? I think I'm still gonna go with the maid program idea on Marky Journey. And who wants to live in a fucking cesspool that you guys fucking let these dickwads create? Hey, huh? Put myself on the line for my Canadian people. Do you guys want to come to God or do you want me to suffer to get out of here because you guys are fucking big fat pussies and got some fucking Klaus Schwab penetrated fucking puppet who serves the king, the crown, running our country when all the people just have to come together and the majority rules and well, we can just say we don't want the fucking government anymore. We don't want your taxes. We don't want your faxes. We don't want your bullshit at all. But hey, that would take change, and oh, it'd be so scary to live in a brand new world that would be safe and good for our children, and people would actually have an opportunity to create a new life. But then again, like I said, I don't know what God's got planned because there's a lot of shit going on around the world, and maybe it's just too fucking late. Who knows? I always like to be the optimist, and you know, just try and, like I said, have the best outcome for all the situations. You know what I mean? But who knows? Who does know? But watch who your spiritual gurus are. Make sure you're going to Christ yourself. Talk to God. Beg him. Hey, send me your son. What is the truth? Please open up my mind and open up my heart, God, and show me. And He will show you. You just got to pay attention. It's around you all the time. You know what I mean? He's there. You just got to pick up on it. Most people don't because it's sometimes it's like the slightest little thing. You know what I mean? It'll have you go to a Bible verse or something that you were thinking about will come up on the TV or sure, something will happen. Anyways, God works in mysterious ways, but that's why He's magic. Who knows? Maybe if we pass the test here, maybe we get to see what happens behind the scenes, eh? Hey, we get to see our adventure from another vantage point, but who knows, right? I'm just gonna do the best things that I can to get us out of here. AD's work life. I don't like it here, bud. I don't like what you guys are creating. It's ugly, it's nasty, and it's just fucking you people are not my kind of people. You know what I mean? But I know deep down inside of you, there's Christ and you are good people. But anyways, everybody have a good night. Vintage, if you're still out there, thank you for all the comments. And I wish I would have got to more of them, but every time I got to them, I couldn't remember what I said to correlate with. Anyways, you know what I mean. I love you, Vintage, and peace out, everybody.